Repeat business. Every business thrives on repeat business. And in this video, I'm going to show you 4 powerful steps to get repeat referral spin-off business after your speaking and after your presentations. My friend, listen, the greatest speakers on the planet, they're on RRSB, repeat referral spin-off business. So am I. I love it. I love it when my clients repeat book me over and over. I've got clients who booked me for 15, 16 years straight. Why? Because of these concepts right here. So let me show you how you can literally get your client to come back over and over and over and over again, because statistics and studies show that it is 10 times easier to retain an existing client than to go out and find a brand new one. So my friend, let's jump into how we leverage repeat business and get it through our speaking and presentation. First thing you gotta do is you gotta understand the client's goals and objectives. If you want repeat business, one of the biggest complaints that I hear from clients, because I ask my clients, I say, listen, you bring me back over and over again, but how come you don't bring back other clients? And they'll tell me, well, we didn't bring back this speaker or that speaker because they didn't really take the time to understand what we wanted and what we needed. They didn't know our culture. They didn't know the theme of the event or the meeting. They didn't take the time to understand who we are as a client, what our goals and objectives are, and incorporate those goals and objectives into their presentation. And that's why we didn't bring said speaker back. Does that make sense? So if you want to be the type of speaker that gets invited back, it's one thing to get the gig once, but if you can get the gig over and over and over again, that comes as a direct result of you understanding the client's goals and objectives. And understanding that means asking really good questions of the client, really asking them to get a much better understanding of, and I've already shot a video about the proper questions to ask when you're getting booked for a big talk. So go back and watch that video. It'll show you how to better understand the client's goals by asking the right questions, okay? The second thing I want you to do is make sure that when you get the opportunity to give the presentation, you over-deliver. You gotta over-deliver for this client. So if they wanted 4 principles, teach 4 and a bonus. Does that make sense? If they wanted you to deliver the presentation and just kind of keep the audience at a 7, take them to a 10. Does that make sense? If your presentation has good visuals but no music, maybe add some music to it. Maybe add a little movie clip or something like that. Find ways to over-deliver. Or let's say that the client only paid for the talk. They didn't pay for a 5-minute Q&A afterwards. Build that Q&A in, or build in a book signing at the back of the room later on. Find ways to incorporate ways that you can over-deliver for the client. Find little extras. I say this all the time. There is never any traffic on the extra mile. Have you ever noticed that? It can be gridlock traffic everywhere, but on the extra mile, you're only gonna see a few people, right? Because the difference between ordinary folks and extraordinary folks is a little bit extra. And the difference between a good presentation and an extraordinary presentation is a little bit, what y'all? Extra. So what are the extra things that you can build into your talk so that way your client feels like you over-delivered for them, okay? Once you over-deliver for them, after you kick butt and take names on stage, you've got to ask for future business. You got to ask for repeat business. My friend, these are some of the things that we teach you when you come through our Crush the Stage program. So you need to register right now for our Crush the Stage program, but you got to learn how to ask, actively seek knowledge. You have to ask for the business. Hey, are there 3 or 4 people that were at this presentation that you think could use my services at a future event? Do you have coworkers or colleagues that would benefit from this same message? Ladies and gentlemen, how many of y'all got great value out of this presentation by a show of hands? Cool. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of y'all who have your hands up, stand up if you are in a leadership position for an organization that you think might benefit from this message, and then let the audience members stand up. Hey, will you do me a favor? If you have a business card, can you bring it to the back of the table? We'd love to connect with you. That's how you ask. Does that make sense? For more opportunities, right? So you got to not only understand, but you got to over deliver, and then you got to ask for the business. And then once you've done that, my friend, and you get the opportunity again, re-wow. I don't even know if that's a word, but I'm choosing to use it. Re-wow your audience all over again. So even though I've had clients that have booked me every year for the last 15 years, every year when I go back to that client, guess what? I re-wow them all over again. I find something new, different, and unique in order to touch them in a special way that I hadn't touched them before. Does that make sense? I find some nuance. Maybe it's a different way, some different fonts or different graphics or a different presentation or different music or different caricatures. I find ways to re-wow my client all over again. And sometimes re-wowing them just means coming to the event after some major accomplishments that I've had in my career. Does that make sense? Like, whoa, we just saw you on the Today Show. Now you're back with us again. Whoa, what was that like, right? So sometimes re-wowing your client just has to do with letting your client see that you're constantly on the cutting edge of your business. You're always moving and shaking, and you're bringing bringing those best practices and lessons learned from those experiences over into your presentation for them. Hey, I hope you're enjoying this video, my friend. Listen, if you know that you want me as your mentor to take you to the next level, I highly encourage you to spend 1 year with me in our Inner Circle program. Do me a favor, click the link in our description so that you can learn more about our 1-year mentorship program called the Inner Circle Monetize Your Message Mastermind. So that's how you wow them. So my friend, I believe repeat referral spinoff business is literally in arm's reach for you. If you do these 4 steps, it'll take it to the next level. Can't wait to work with you soon. Peace.